In this movie, Oswald Cobblepot is a businessman, but secretly he is a criminal mastermind, and his henchmen, the Animalitia, refer to him as the Penguin, which is a nickname that he absolutely hates. He is well dressed, he is very mannered, and he is out to make life trouble for Gotham City.
The thing that makes the Penguin unique is he's a gentleman criminal, you know?
Well, you think he's like rich, he has too much money, he's a little spoiled. He can like get a limousine, but he takes jewelry, he can rob banks.
He sees himself as above and more sophisticated than your sort of riffraff, rogues gallery people.
The Penguin first appeared in a comic book, in a Batman comic in 1941. In the 40s, the people who were writing and drawing comics were reflecting a lot of what they personally liked. And there was a lot of movies set in high society. The Three Stooges were always trying to get into high society. Everybody wanted to be a part of something that they felt like they were excluded from. And the Penguin represented that world, the world of top hats and tails.
Oswald Cobblepot is a fashion plate. He dresses for the job, you know?
He came from a very well-to-do family, and he was able to turn around and sort of represent that. He's a man of good taste. He's a gentleman.
He has all the trappings of the old world. You know, he wears a monocle, he wears almost a tuxedo, he has the top hat.
Can't go wrong with the top hat.
If you do call a character the Penguin, let's see every aspect of that. Let's see the dapper tails that turn him into the actual black and white and separate him. Let's see the bizarre waddle that he's got to do. Let's see the squinty eye. And, you know, it's not easy to keep a monocle in your eye. I don't know if you ever tried it, but, like, try to keep a monocle in your eye. That's really hard. He's got that crazy laugh, which sounds like a penguin. I'll tell you, Batman.
I would say that my Penguin impression is influenced by the first Penguin that I knew, which was Burgess Meredith on the Batman TV show.
All these things help create this image of this character, and Penguin's story is a great story. In some ways, it actually is parallel to Batman's story, you know? He grows up in this very well-to-do family. They come from the same background, pretty much. The difference is Batman was filled with love. His parents loved him very much. Tragic end for them, but he was filled with love, where the Penguin wasn't filled with love. His family was ashamed of him.
He's born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and yet nobody likes him because he's ugly.
Right from his birth, he is not treated with any kind of respect, even by his own parents, because he's a little deformed. They couldn't handle it.
He's got the long, beaky, exaggerated nose. His hands are almost fused together like they're flippers. He's grotesquely overweight. You can't look at this character without seeing exactly what his namesake is, seeing a penguin.
He had this long beaky nose and, you know, and had these deformities and was heavy set, and on top of it he has to carry an umbrella around. Apparently his father had died of pneumonia, and so his mother, who was like this overbearing woman, you know, made him carry this umbrella everywhere with him. And of course he was teased, you know, viciously. Imagine being a 6-year-old kid who had to carry an umbrella with you everywhere. Like, this kid already had enough going against him. He doesn't throw the umbrella away, he embraces the umbrella. The umbrella becomes such a big part of who and what he is.
I think the umbrella's a really cool gadget.
He uses to fight with it. He knows how to loop it around somebody's leg and yank their feet right out of them and hit people with it. I think at one point he uses it as a golf club and smacks some guy in the face with it.
It can shoot out smoke bombs, fit the force field.
You can fly with the umbrella.
His umbrellas are tricked out.
If you want anything done right, you have to do it yourself.
I think you're made by your experiences, you know? And I think that Penguin's experiences led him down a path. Even his love of birds, that he had no friends and that nobody really just loved him or cared for him. So what does he find comfort in? This thing that, you know, this animal that flies, and so he befriends these things and he becomes, you know, almost just like them. You know, he really becomes a bird of his own feather. was bullied. And thus, when he grew up and basically took over the mantle of his family, he turned around and wanted revenge.
Well, you feel bad for the Penguin because he's always picked on, and everybody made fun of him, and he would just go home and cry.
He's a little bit of a sad character in that sense. He's not just evil and a menace. He's a guy who's been picked on, and you can understand why he feels the way he does. I think that everybody, no matter how good they are as a person, can identify with that kind of reaction. Nobody likes to be made fun of when they're a kid. Nobody likes to be teased.
You never really want to be the bad guy. You never want to, start a fight. You want to end it. He got bullied, and he ended the fight with his revenge.
Goodbye, Gotham City. Forever.
Penguin is someone who's shunned, someone who nobody really is looking to. So he's able to sort of create his own world because no one's got his eye on him. No one's watching him. He doesn't wear a mask. Everyone knows who he is. Everyone can turn around and go, oh, that's the Gobblebot boy, from the Gobblebot family. Where Bruce has to put on a mask and become Batman because all eyes are on him. All eyes have always been on him. Penguin's able to sort of create himself out in the shadows and the darkness and become who he is and exact this revenge because no one was looking and watching him.
Penguin just went all around, starting getting revenge on everyone and the whole Gotham City. Batman, he fought crime. He turned his own tragedies into goodness.
It's Batman! Tear him apart!
I always get a little nervous when I see Penguin, because he can get a little violent. People don't think he's a threat, but trust me guys, he's a big threat.
He's not the usual kind of guy that you see in a physical confrontation with Batman.
He's super, super, intelligent. He's always been a mental challenge more and a criminal mastermind that Batman's had to deal with, more so than basically your typical, let's fight, I've got super strength.
I always liked the characters like the Penguin, like the Riddler, who were no physical match for Batman, but figured out ways to not get their hands dirty, have everybody else do it, be able to control. He really is a criminal mastermind in that way, that the Penguin is sitting there and allowing everybody else to do his bidding.
Stop him!
You have a lot of characters in the DC universe whose theme and style is based on the animal kingdom.
In this movie, he's got all these animal-themed villains.
We are the Animalitia.
The what?
Meet Man-Bat.
Man-Bat is a character who is another tragic character in that he is a scientist, and he's a very smart scientist. Unfortunately, he ran some experiments on himself, and he turned himself into a monster.
He actually turns into Man-Bat and doesn't know it.
Did I hurt anyone?
And loses his memory. And so it's never a guy that Batman really wants to hurt or kill. He's always actually trying to save him.
Cheetah is primarily a Wonder Woman villain.
She can kick your butt anytime, anywhere.
Boy, you don't know fast.
She's interesting going up against the Flash because the cheetah is like one of the world's fastest animals. And obviously the fastest man alive facing off against the fastest animal alive is at least an interesting premise, and I think we get some excellent action out of having her in this story.
Finish the mission. I'll take care of him.
Killer Croc is a pretty famous Batman villain.
Aw, you started without me.
I've always loved him because whenever I see him, I get really scared because, he has the teeth, he has the strength.
Uh-oh. He's always, to me, a lot stronger than people give him credit for. That Batman could beat this guy is almost amazing. He always got to use some extra special, knockout, shock, electric thing because Killer Croc is just such a bad, bad dude. Silverback is one of Blue Beetle's arch nemesis.
He's a gorilla who doesn't want to be a gorilla. He wants to be this very sophisticated, very smart computer. So he's this cybernetic gorilla.
Silverback is a giant robot gorilla. That's all you need to know.
You haven't seen the last of us.
If you got a character who's a gorilla, Silverback, or cheetah, these are animals that are scary. If you actually see them at the zoo and they make a move towards you, you're afraid of them. So as villains, they're instantly already scarier than, than the Joker, if you're just looking at the characters. If you see a penguin running towards you, you're really not that scared. And I think the penguin overcompensates by trying to be more evil than his image automatically makes you think he is.
They look so nice and cuddly and warm, and you just really want to hug one and have a stuffed animal. But now we have this villain of a penguin, and totally opposite.
I am Oswald Cobblepot, but you may call me the Penguin.
Every different version they do of him, he just gets more and more interesting, and the layers just keep getting deeper and deeper with him. And I think that's the other important thing. There's a lot of places to go with the Penguin. Penguin's one of those characters that you can just keep adding layers to because he's so interesting and different.
He's a sad character in that he has all kinds of money and resources and a really great life, but he only sees the bad stuff in the world, and he takes everything that people say about him personally.
I think we always love underdogs. I think we always love the people who are born with things that they have to overcome, and yet with the Penguin, he goes too far. There is a version where he could have overcome all of these deformities to become a great guy and a philanthropist, but he doesn't. He's out for something shallow. He's doing it all for an evil reason, and so for that, we're okay with him getting his comeuppance, having his plan fall apart, and getting beaten by Batman.
The most powerful superheroes assemble for an all-new Lego movie. And things are going from strange
Are you twins?
to Bizarro.
The LexCorp duplicator ray that created you. But why? Bizarro show you. Bizarro don't!
I'm world's worst detective.
Blah, 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 blah.
I can break for you.
Pretty princess.
The Justice League has a whole new team to take on the ultimate villain.
Darkseid is just the most dangerous force in the universe.
Crush them.
We can help you against Darkseid. Whoa, whoa. Watch out for Darkseid's Omega Beams. What are Omega Beams? Those are Omega Beams.
Got it.
That's what I'm talking about.
She is a dog of war.
Then why is my guy such a pussycat?
Lego Justice League versus Bizarro League. Look for it on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD. There are two sides to every hero.
Justice League does it again. Fist bump.
Ever since the Golden Ninja defeated the Overlord, all is peaceful in New Ninjago City.
Hey, did you guys hear the news?
There's trouble? Danger? An emergency?
Oh, a new menace? No?
But there is a new enemy.
Welcome to Borg Industries. I'm Pixel.
Zane has an admirer.
You must go. He's listening.
Why would he give us new ninja outfits? And what exactly are these?
Technoblades located. I'm bored.
Ninja! So these technoblades can hack into their systems.
So, what do you say we do a little hack
attack!
Get ready for the new hard-hitting episodes of Ninjago. Rebooted.
Whether they're brawling with a disgusting slime monster, battling devious pizza delivery guys, or tackling complete and total boredom, they're the Teen Titans, and they're totally going to save the world, or something.
Really?
Well, maybe after a tasty sandwich.
Ain't no mountain high enough to keep me away from this sandwich.
Teen Titans Go. Look for it on DVD and digital HD.
Oh, so good.
After countless cat and mouse games, Tom and Jerry are teaming up.
All right, buckle up.
With Johnny Quest for a top secret mission.
Johnny, Haji,
Bandit.
In an all-new original movie, Tom and Jerry Spy Quest.
the Q-Sphere has enough power to run a small city.
What are those? We're here to steal that sphere and grab Dr. Quest.
Ah!
Dad!
Turn this bus around. Hey!
Bye-bye, boys!
3 spies.
Holy smoke!
1 quest.
All right, Questketeers, to the Quest Jet!
0 gravity.
Hold tight! Look what the cat dragged in.
I'll never help you access the power of the sphere.
Happy landing! Everybody up!
Stop them!
Get ready to hit the thrusters.
Tom and Jerry Spy Quest. Look for it on DVD and digital HD.